Well, there's probably 10 teams I could put on this list, but we'll start it off with the Seattle Seahawks. And a lot like with Deshaun Watson, the AFC, there's no other reason I would ever like this team other than they have the MVP right now. And Russell Wilson, I mean, think about what this team would be without him. I think they might be 0-8. Seriously. Like, this guy's been that magical. The only problem with them is whether they're playing the Rams or whether they're playing the Bengals, it's always a fucking 1-point game. Like, you gotta bury the teams you're supposed to bury, and if you're gonna lose close, that's fine. But, like, fuck. They're cutting it way, way, way too close with some of these teams, so that's why they're at 5. At number 4, the Dallas Cowboys. That Jets loss looks really bad right now. Really bad. Fuck. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're still pissed about that. And you're probably going to be pissed about that for the rest of the year. But when you look at this team, they have everything. They have an offensive line. They have a quarterback. They have a running back. They have wideouts. They have a D-line that's deep. The best linebackers in the league. 2 really good corners. The only position you could kind of question is safety. That's it. The only problem is, can Jason Garrett really get them over the hump? Because, like, seriously, with a roster that's fucking good, it's gonna make the playoffs. But you gotta go, man. I'm sorry. Like, you can't not get the. You can't not get a couple playoff wins out of this roster. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, they're at 4. These next 3, these are really the big 3. Teams that I see hosting a Lombardi, and we'll start with Green Bay. They got exposed a little bit by the Chargers, but the thing is anyone else in the league going to be able to get that much pressure with 4 constantly? I mean, Bosa and Ingram completely destroyed a game plan. They completely destroyed that game. And when you're dropping 7 back there, like, not many guys are going to be open. Usually Aaron Rodgers can buy a lot of time, and that was really, Bosa was unbelievable in that game. he was just walking by. He was walking by Bulaga and Bakhtiari like they were fucking standing still. Like, it was ridiculous, but the Packers are still a very good team, and every week people are either up or down on this defense. Like, this defense isn't amazing. But guess what? Guys like Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers don't need a great defense. I'm pretty sure the one time Aaron Rodgers has had a top 15 defense, he won the Super Bowl. So he doesn't need much. He's that special, all right? Number 2, I'll put the Niners just because I think the Saints will beat them. I think the Saints will fuck them up. I do really love this Niners team. I mean, they're built a lot, I feel like the Eagles were a few years back when they won it. Because their defensive line is deep, and they can sub guys in and out, and they're always fresh. And Bosa can, oh my god, I just talked about his brother. Nick might be playing even better. Holy fuck, this guy's ruining game plans left and right, but I just need to see a little bit more from Jimmy G. That's it. A little bit more from Jimmy G, and then they can be number 1. But right now, number 1, listen. If you had to deal with what the Saints have dealt with these past 2 years in the playoffs, I cannot believe how focused they are. Because every week, I have not heard one thing about the Saints in the news. It's all business. And the one thing, if you remember last year, Drew Brees really started to tail off at the end of the year. Really started to tail off. But this year, he's going to be in mid-season form in the playoffs. Right? This guy's going to be right at the best part of his season in the playoffs. And no one's going into the Superdome and beating them in the playoffs. Right? I've said playoffs about 5 times in the past 5 seconds, but no one's going in there and beating them in January. They're on a mission. They are on a fucking mission. And Sean Payton is not going to lose 3 years in a row in that fashion.